This is Mystery Scotch Tasting with Gentlemen of the World, and this is a sidebar. I've got a question for you all here. But before we get to that question, we're going to introduce ourselves. I'm Justin.
I'm Vern.
I'm Evan.
Dave.
Andrew.
Chris.
And the question or the sidebar is, what is something that you want to do before you die? What is on your bucket list?
Other than drink more scotch?
Other than drink more scotch and then drink more scotch after
I
that.
haven't thought past that part yet.
It's just drink scotch, then die.
Well, wake up the next day and hopefully do it again.
And then die.
Yeah, mine is make it to the next meeting of this club.
Bucket list.
So for me, I mean, there's always like the traveling and like the places you want to go but the things that you want to do. And for me, I've thought a lot about what I want to do in retirement.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I want to do in retirement is work at Disneyland.
Oh my God.
And I love Disneyland, just straight up. And I've always wanted to work there too. And anytime I go there and I see like kind of those older guys there,
Yeah.
and I'm always like, I think that guy's got something down.
Yeah.
So I want to work at Disneyland and I want to be a ride operator. And I just want to be that guy that, sits in front of Peter Pan the ride and just launches people. All you do is press the button and you just launch people into space,
In Peter Pan?
I would love to do Peter Pan, Space Mountain, Star Tours. But like, I don't know why I think of Peter Pan when I think of this job, because I feel like you could crack like a funny joke right before you hit the button and they just fly off. And I just feel like you can come up with some, Captain Hook sends his regards.
Do you have any other jokes? Do you have any jokes?
That's all I got. It's just that one.
Just that one?
Yeah.
That's good. I feel
That's
like I
a
can
good
get you a
start.
solid.
Yeah.
One ride and you'll be hooked.
Yeah. Hey.
Wow.
They're going to
Andrew's
ask
with
you
me.
this.
Somebody's
in
going
your
to steal
interview.
your job.
Yeah, this is going to come up for sure.
Yeah, they're like, so what would you say as like a punchline?
If we
before
hire you,
Yeah.
yeah. So I have, 30 years to come up with something.
I got a story about that. My dad's middle school math teacher, his retirement was he was a conductor on the Disneyland Railroad.
This is what I'm talking about.
And
folks.
when we went there,
Oh my
he
gosh.
was still doing it. He was in his 70s or something. When I was a kid, I got to go up in the front on the Disneyland Railroad.
The guy is living a dream.
You retire, you go and live your dream on that ride, and then your family, your friends or something, you can bring a few little kids along for an inside experience, and you're just going to make their world.
Yeah. It's like you retire, then you're like the grandfather now, not only for your own kids, but also for the world.
For my grandkids.
I love it.
And
Can you get
Andrews
my
and
grandkids in
Verns,
for
yeah.
free?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody here, as soon as I retire in 30 years and I go work at Disneyland
That's part of it.
on Peter Pan the Ride.
Yeah.
You're still going to do Scotch Club, though, right?
Absolutely.
Cool.
We'll be sitting at this table with our kids and maybe their kids. Doing the same thing
We
that
don't
we're
have any
doing right
granddads in our club. We ought to look into that.
Well,
now. You're working on it, Vern?
there's some arranged things happening. It's my youngest, actually. That's already been spoken for. My
If
5-year-old.
this arranged
The
marriage
5-year-old has
turns
been
out-
spoken for, so I think, yeah.
You've already gotten a goat for the dowry. So.
Yeah, the dowry. Assuming the dowry is acceptable.
So it's not, it's not like a bucket list thing, but it is because it's something I definitely want to do in
That's awesome.
in retirement.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's not
Yeah.
what I
No.
expected. That's
Think
cool.
about your retirement more, guys. I challenge all of you here.
I actually do think about my retirement a little bit, but my bucket list doesn't have to do with my retirement.
Okay.
I'm actually kind of big into ancient history.
Mm.
So there's a few ancient sites that I would love to see before I pass. One of them being Machu Picchu.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And just the second one being ancient Greece. I have not gotten there yet. I've actually had the privilege of traveling when I was younger a lot because my parents took me a lot of places. I've seen a lot of things. I've been to Israel. I've been to the Great Pyramids in Egypt. I've been to
Nice.
the Vatican in Rome. So I've seen some cool ancient things, but like there's a couple of the things that I'd still love to see. Just
Yeah.
it just fascinates me the things that happened before. I mean, basically before they were supposed to. It's one thing seeing the Great Pyramids, but standing at the foot of the Great Pyramid and like looking up and thinking this thing was built 5, 10, 15,000 years ago, maybe longer. It's a humbling experience. So I
Aliens.
guess, Maybe.
What'd
Who
you say?
knows?
Aliens.
Yeah, I mean, I happen to know a producer and writer of
An
the
alien?
show Ancient Aliens.
Yeah.
One alien.
It might be my wife. So she probably could get you, tickets to Machu Picchu.
Sweet. I'd love
Yeah.
that.
But in all actuality, thousands of years old, and you stand there and look at that, like,
Yeah.
fantastic.
How did they do that?
Exactly.
It's not, well, something that I wish was on my bucket list before I experienced it in that vein. But that idea of looking up at something that is beyond comprehension was seeing the volcano eruption in Iceland
Oh, yeah.
from
Yeah.
last year, 2021. We were there randomly I was there for a job a month after it erupted. It was still erupting, and walk up to something that was shooting lava out of the earth, and you felt the heat of that lava and the spectacle. And you could hear the lava hit the ground. Is just, there's no way to explain it. Like we took hundreds of pictures and videos and flew drones over it and did everything, and it just does not do it justice. And I would to all of you that have not experienced a volcano to that extent, like that close.
Yeah.
I missed the one that just happened a couple
Sea-
of days ago.
Sea-
Yeah, down,
Yeah.
Seal Beach. Yeah, Seal Beach. I wish it was on my bucket list, because then I could have ticked it off. So I retroactively would love to put it on my bucket list. But
I think that you can do that.
okay,
We'll allow it.
Yeah.
oh, thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
It's not your only item. You can say, hey,
Yeah,
there's
it's a list.
You can write a list and cross something
Yeah.
off
Okay.
immediately. That's
yeah,
fine.
the bucket can be fairly large.
Your bucket could also already be filled
With
that's
lava.
Fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
That's right.
That's one. But looking forward, I've one smaller one. Both of these are, I guess, pretty niche. But one is, I would love to go to the Mushroom Festival somewhere in, I think, Washington.
Mhm.
I would love to spend a week foraging mushrooms and hanging out with the fungi people. I don't know why. There's just something about that feels so magical to me. And then the second one, which is it will take a little bit more leg work, is I would love to be a shepherd to a flock of sheep.
So like for a certain amount of time? Or?
Just officially. So,
Okay, so-
like if somebody was driving by,
Not
Yeah.
metaphorically.
no,
like actual
literal sheep.
Like if you asked
And
him to show
literal
some
shepherd.
identification, he could
It
show you
says
his
shepherd,
shepherd
yeah.
card.
Yeah.
It's like you're whistling at
official
the
shepherd
you're
card.
whistling at the dogs. They're
Exactly.
You're the master, just herding these
Yeah.
sheep
Yes.
along.
And in that
Yeah.
moment, you're
Yes.
like, I have done it.
I have shepherded.
I have arrived.
I have shepherded myself.
I'm somebody now.
Yeah. No, but like where kids driving by point and look at me and say, "Look, Mom, a shepherd."
There is a shepherd.
That's, I think, it's more of a pipe dream than a bucket list, but it's still up there.
No, that is
Nice.
so attainable for you.
Mhm.
So, I'm working on it. Currently a documentary filmmaker.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm close.
You're always
You're
a shepherd
closer than
in
the
training.
Dream big, Vern. Dream
Thanks,
big.
guys.
It's okay.
I feel like you did a documentary about sheep.
I did. Yeah. This is a long, ongoing dream of mine that I
That you dream about.
dream about a lot, daydream. No, by a documentary filmmaker. And I went to a shepherd and I said, "Hey, can I make a film for you about you if you teach me everything you know?" So I did spend a week with that shepherd and learned how to kind of be a shepherd, at least vicariously, through the lens of a camera. And then I turned it into a film, and like it's still my favorite film that I've ever made is
That's
that
awesome.
little short 10-minute film.
Yeah.
I would say that's it.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
Do you want to plug it?
You can watch A Shepherd on the internet. I don't even know where it is. I think it's all over the internet.
It's
Google-
probably going to be
Google
in.
a
It's probably
shepherd.
going to be in the
And if you
mystery
find the
Festival.
a shepherd,
if you
you'll
find the
find
Wikipedia
Instagram.
page, you've gone to the wrong place.
Yeah.
Well, you guys talk about like kind of travel, but also specific things. Mine is a combination of two, I think. And like Hawaii, it has been a big part of my life. When I was a kid, my dad was an airline pilot and he was based out of Honolulu. So we went to Hawaii like 8 times between the age of 7 and 11 or something like that, because he was based out there. So if he had a break from work, we'd go out there and see him in Waikiki. And then my wife and I, we honeymooned on Kauai. And so my I think my bucket list is a combination of that. I would love to see a sunset while on the beach in Kauai with my grandkids.
Ooh,
That's
nice.
beautiful.
So I think
Nice.
that's
it's
awesome. Yeah.
'cause it's like it's
Classic.
kind of a simple thing. It's like it's a
that's
sunset
a
on the
classic.
beach, but
Yeah.
it's in Kauai, so it's a place that's special to me. But also with my grandkids, that would represent that goal and that bucket list thing. It's like, hey, I did a good job. You know, my grandkids are awesome. Let's go as a family and go do that trip. So
We've made it here.
yeah,
Yeah.
we've made it. Let's enjoy this. Family's awesome. You know, I don't think I'm going to screw this up. I think I'm a good person. So
Yeah.
that's kind of my bucket list vision is just I'll probably have a cigar and a Mai Tai in my hand.
Have a Mai Tai with your grandkids. Do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Depending on the age, I don't know if they'll have one in their hands.
they will.
But
Can make
yeah,
that happen.
I
We'll
think
worry
so.
about
That's
that later.
possible.
Awesome.
Sounds great.
Could be worse.
So mine's much more selfish and hedonistic than the rest of you.
Oh, goody.
Okay.
Burning Man.
Here we
No.
go.
Okay, well, actually, no. Speaking of that, so it's not necessarily on my bucket list, but I've always wanted to go to Burning Man and to a Insane Clown Posse show.
Oh,
But,
man.
but having like some sort of Sherpa to kind of guide me through.
Oh, like a private tour of the two?
of the madness. So no, but honestly, that wasn't my answer. But you just made me think of that. Right now. But like in all legitimacy, I would love to go to like what is it, the Carnival of Dark Arts or whatever the fuck they call themselves.
Yeah.
Just like the pure madness and trashiness that is Insane Clown Posse.
Ooh,
But
I
on
love
the
that,
exact
Evan.
converse of that, what my actual bucket list item is to be sitting on a yacht in Monaco during the Formula One race.
Oh my God.
That would be,
Goody.
that's like
Dream
my
big, baby.
dream.
Can I
know.
change my answer?
I
It's
know.
that. It's
You
that.
can't.
Dang it. It's that.
Like,
Forget
you
that
know,
family shit. It's that.
goes back to the pipe dream thing. I highly doubt it's ever going to happen, even though I'm trying to train my nephew to be a Formula One driver so I can get up,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in that business. But I don't know. There's just something hedonistic and just
Mhm.
amazing about wanting to be in a place like that, you know, something that's like completely outside of my grasps,
Yes.
but super fascinating at the same time.
No, it's
Mhm.
fantastic.
Also,
I've-
fast cars too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I've recently become obsessed with Formula One. So like I'm ashamed that I thought of this weird family
Yeah.
thing that like and
Like
you
the thing that you should have thought of.
You just-
Yeah. You're ashamed of your family.
Yeah.
the thing
you're
that I
ashamed
should have
of your
thought
family.
of, you know, Formula One in Monaco, of
Yeah.
course.
But if I can't do that, like I said, going to the Insane Cloud Posse show, you know.
Oh,
Which is
One
much
of the
more
two.
family oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
you
feel
were-
like our audience, if they really wanted to pick us out as characters, like this episode, like who
Is
do I
very
really, who
telling.
do you want
Yeah.
to dress up as?
Yeah.
for Halloween.
For Halloween, like this is the episode to listen to if you want to pick one of your favorites. 'Cause
You could pick a
are
shepherd. You could
shepherd,
sing
insane posse guy.
Juggalo.
Hawaiian shirt, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Tony
Great.
Grandpa.
Or if you want a poor man's Burning Man, just go out to Slab City for the weekend.
I don't even know
Yeah.
what that is.
Oh, Slab City?
No, tell me.
Okay, so Slab City it's east of
Joshua Tree?
Salton Sea.
east of the Salton Sea. It's a former military base where they stripped the base of all the buildings except for literally the concrete slabs.
Oh, gotcha.
And a bunch of like artists and hippies and homeless people went out there over the past few decades and they built like this there's no running water, there's no electricity. It's just this commune of people that are completely off the grid, living in makeshift shelters and RVs in the middle of like some of the hottest desert on the planet. And they just have like art shows and art installments and random concerts. And it's just in the middle of it's like in between the California Aqueduct, which I'm almost positive they break through that fence and siphon water off of there, and Salton Sea. So it's in the middle of just nowhere, but it's this commune of just people that want to live their life. So kind of a poor man's year-round Burning Man, I think.
Can I get a Sherpa for this? I need some sort of
Yeah. You
spiritual
definitely need a guide.
Not
to,
me.
Yeah.
to
A spiritual guide.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could take your insane clown posse friends too and
Yeah.
do your own thing there.
They'd probably
A
dig it.
remix.
Yeah.
Yeah, remix edition.
Yeah.
I was more thinking like the scene from Jurassic World where in the like that bubble car that's like going through and seeing the dinosaurs. That's what more I'm picturing.
You want the safety? You want the safety? Okay.
You don't want to get stabbed.
Okay,
No,
so
I
you
wanna be part of
actually
it.
don't want to
I wanna-
experience
no,
them.
I want to view it from the
You just want
outside.
to have it
Yes.
hit your windshield and then use the windshield wipers
He wants
to
to
wipe
view
off
the
100%.
fishbowl of insane
Yeah.
clan posse.
100%.
Will you still dress the part though and have the makeup?
Maybe.
Okay, we'll get back to you. We'll come back to that. We'll come
We'll
back.
see how I'm feeling.
Yeah, Andrew.
So, well, I'm gonna do two. Well, I mean, how do I top Insane Clown Posse?
Well, you can't. So just
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with two since a few of you did that. So the first one that I thought of, the real one that I really want to do, is publish a novel. That's been like a long time dream of mine. I've always liked writing, and I've published a few small things here and there, but I want to publish an actual novel that gets read.
Fiction or nonfiction?
Fiction. Yeah. Yeah.
Any kind of genre?
No.
To be determined.
Genreless.
Yeah, Twilightish? No.
Down and out and then insane clown posse show.
Yeah, Down and Out in Slab City.
That actually would be pretty good.
Not exactly feel good.
Mhm.
The kind of stuff that maybe makes you rethink your life, but in a good way.
Dark. Yeah.
Yeah, a little on the dark side, but in a good way. So I've got at least two in the works. So we'll see.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So the other one though, maybe a little more fun, but also like maybe a little more out there. Maybe I don't know if we want to call it a pipe dream, like shepherding, but
You better not take my shepherd dream.
I
Don't stop
want
on his dream.
for as long as not as long as I can remember, but almost as long as I can remember, have wanted to do like an actual legitimate cattle drive.
Ooh.
Like City Slicker style?
No, like Lonesome Dove style, if you get that reference. So my favorite movie is from my favorite book. The book was written by Larry McMurtry, who just died recently. It won the Pulitzer Prize. They turned it into a mini series with Robert Duvall, Tommy Lee Jones. I named my firstborn after the main character, Augustus.
Wow.
And they drive cattle from Texas to Montana.
Mm.
And you can actually, go away and work for a week or two on cattle ranches, in various places like Montana and Wyoming and whatnot. But and I would do that if the wife would let me. But it's sort of like where city slickers and businessmen go to like, kind of like this new company that I've been hearing about, Wilderness. No, I'm just...
Do not plug.
Shout out. Shout out.
I want to do like the real thing where like you have to work your ass off and you're really tired every single day from working really hard, and you eat shit food and
Like not a silver platter. It's like, no, I'm not paying to be here for an experience. Like, no, I'm actually experiencing it.
Exactly right.
You're working.
Exactly right. Like I want to sleep outside. I want to work around animals. I realize it's going to be way tougher than anything I've ever done, but that's what I want to do.
Like the true meaning of a cowboy, not like the romanticized version
Absolutely.
of it, but like what
What
actually happened.
The hard, stinky, painful work of it. Yeah.
Yellowstone.
Yeah. So there's this writer and I don't know, maybe this is getting too deep, but there's this writer, Wendell Berry, and he has this fantastic line of, he's kind of known for being close to the earth and stuff like that. And he has this line in one of his essays about rediscovering what his body is for. Just from working the ground, working, you could probably say this about shepherding or some other,
Or working at Disneyland.
or working at Disneyland.
Or going to an insane clown posse show.
red
Sure.
button.
I mean, that's work.
Yeah.
Hitting the red button, sticking to the script.
It's hard work, but it's honest
It's hard work.
Yeah.
But it is honest work, and it's honest pay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I kind of want to rediscover what my body is for. Like, I want to feel the pain at the end of the day because I put in a good, hard, honest day's work. Which, yeah. There you go.
I can picture you
I like it.
drinking
It's not
some
as exciting
scotch.
as Insane Clown Posse. I would absolutely have scotch with me.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
maybe bourbon.
I think it's implied that we all have scotch while we're doing all these things.
Oh, yeah.
They're very-
100%.
Yeah.
All of our
Yeah.
things are
Especially at
very
Disneyland.
easy
Especially at
things
Disneyland.
to drink scotch with. I think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
Mhm.
especially releasing the car on the Peter Pan ride.
so
Yeah.
easy. Who
Yeah.
cares? Just hit that button.
I'm retired. You can't fire me.
I'll fire you.
Yeah. You fire me.
the guy has a flask in his pocket.
Yeah. Do you want to go on this ride or not? Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut.
Is there an eject button on those things that we don't know about?
Yeah.
For the unruly passenger?
That's great.
Good chat, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was beautiful.
That's a good sidebar.
Yeah. If you like what we are doing, please follow or subscribe.
Wherever you enjoy podcasts, whether it's in Ohio or France.
So you know when we have new episodes released.
And tell your friends.
Find us on Instagram or Facebook.
At Mystery Scotch Tasting.
And leave us a comment.
Always remember to enjoy your scotch responsibly.
And please tell your friends.